Welcome, you bloody word aficionados, to another episode of The Cursing News. Today we're embarking on a linguistic escapade, exploring the potent power of one of the most versatile words in the English language, fuck. Ah yes, the F word. A term of displeasure, a phrase of surprise, a word of emphasis, a declaration of triumph. It's the Swiss Army knife of the English lexicon. Imagine, if you will, the familiar sting of a stubbed toe against a coffee table. The shock, the pain, the burning frustration. In that moment, the only word that truly encapsulates this whirlwind of emotions is a hearty, resounding fuck. It's not just a word, it's an exclamation, a release, a cathartic outburst that helps to somewhat soothe the throbbing in your foot. Or perhaps you're navigating the labyrinth of city traffic. Suddenly, you're cut off by an audacious driver in a Prius who's clearly forgotten the basic courtesies of the road. The word that bubbles up, unbidden yet welcome, is fuck. It's a word that provides a momentary release, a fleeting relief from the irritation that threatens to boil over. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not encouraging gratuitous swearing. No, we're merely celebrating the rich, diverse tapestry of the English language and the unique role that fuck plays within it. There's a certain humour, a lightness that can be found in the judicious use of this powerful word. It's not about vulgarity, it's about expression. It's about finding the joy in language, even in its more colourful corners. In the grand scheme of things, fuck is a small word. 4 letters, 1 syllable. But its impact, immense. Its potential, limitless. Its power, undeniable. It's a testament to the beauty of language and its ability to succinctly capture the essence of our human experience. So remember, when life gets tough, don't be afraid to let out a well-placed fuck. It's not just a word. It's an expression, a sentiment, a linguistic tool that's there for you to use when the situation calls for it. Now let's delve into the emotional depth of this versatile expletive. The word fuck is a linguistic chameleon, effortlessly adapting to the colour and intensity of our emotions. It's a safety valve for our feelings, a release mechanism for our frustrations, and at times, a proclamation of our satisfaction. Consider this: you've been battling with a challenging project at work. It's been weeks of late nights, cups of strong coffee, and countless moments of doubt. But finally, you solve the last piece of the puzzle. The final piece falls into place, and you can't help but let out a hearty fuck yeah. In that moment, fuck is not just a word. It's a triumphant war cry, a pat on your own back, a spontaneous celebration of your resilience and determination. It's a verbal fist pump, a high five to your own self, a way of saying, I did it and I did it well. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the fuck of frustration. You've been stuck in traffic for over an hour, your GPS is on a loop of recalculating, and the driver in front of you is moving at a snail's pace. You clench your teeth, grip the steering wheel tighter, and finally let out a terse fuck. In this scenario, fuck serves as an emotional exhaust, a way to vent out the pent-up irritation and helplessness. It's a word that gives voice to your anger, that articulates your exasperation in a manner that's more satisfying and cathartic than any polite phrase ever could. And then there's the fuck of surprise, the fuck of disbelief, the fuck of sheer joy, and countless other shades of emotion that this 4-letter word can encapsulate. So, when you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that a hearty fuck yeah can be the perfect way to express your triumph. It's not just a word, it's a linguistic tool that can mirror our emotional landscape, giving voice to feelings that are often too intense, too complex, or too raw for polite conversation. So, when you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that a hearty fuck yeah can be the perfect way to express your triumph. Alright, now let's move on to the artistry of dropping the F-bomb. Yes, you heard me right. There's an art to it, a finesse if you will. The power of the word fuck lies not just in its meaning but also in its delivery. It's about timing, tone and context. Let's talk about timing first. The beauty of fuck is that it can be a punchline, a stress reliever or an expression of sheer disbelief. But, like a well-cooked meal or a perfectly timed joke, the word fuck needs to be delivered at the right moment to have the most impact. Too early and you risk sounding crude, too late and the moment may have passed. It's about finding that sweet spot, that perfect moment where the word fuck can shine in all its glory. Next up, tone. The tone with which you say fuck can drastically change its meaning. Say it with a chuckle, and it's a jovial expression of surprise. Say it with a growl, and it becomes an expression of anger or frustration. Whisper it under your breath, and it's an intimate confession of despair or defeat. The word fuck is like a chameleon, changing colors based on how you say it. And finally, context. The word fuck is versatile, but it's not always appropriate. It's about understanding your audience and the situation. Dropping the F-bomb in a business meeting, probably not the best idea. But letting it slip after a long day of work with your close mates at the pub, absolutely acceptable. So folks, remember to practice your F-bomb dropping skills. A well-timed fuck can be a game changer. It's not just a word, it's an emotional punctuation mark, a linguistic tool that can add depth and intensity to your conversations. So go ahead, explore the artistry of this powerful word and let it add a new dimension to your language. Stay fucking classy. Now let's talk about embracing the power of fuck. This word, so often relegated to the realm of the taboo, has a power that many of us shy away from. But why? Why should we fear a simple arrangement of letters, a mere breath in the wind of language? We shouldn't, and here's why. The word fuck is not just a curse, a crass utterance to be whispered in shaded corners. No, it's a linguistic marvel, a symphony of expression condensed into a single syllable. It's a verbal punch, a linguistic panacea for those moments when the world tests our patience. Consider those times when you've been pushed to your limits, when the weight of the world has pressed down on you and you've been left gasping for release. In those moments, the word fuck can serve as a release valve, a way to vent your pent-up frustration and reclaim a sense of control. There's a sweet satisfaction in the utterance of fuck. It's a primal scream, a battle cry against the injustices and annoyances of daily life. It's a word that encapsulates our human struggle, our fight against the odds, our resilience in the face of adversity. And let's not forget its role in maintaining our sanity. Life is a chaotic, messy affair, and sometimes it feels like we're navigating through an endless sea of bullshit. In those moments, a well-placed fuck can be a lifeline, a beacon of truth in the fog of deception and pretense. So, my friends, don't shy away from the power of fuck. Don't let societal norms or the fear of judgment hold you back. Embrace it. Let it become a part of your linguistic arsenal, a tool to express your deepest frustrations and your most fervent triumphs. So go ahead, folks. Embrace the power of the word fuck. Let it roll off your tongue like a sweet, sweet release. And that brings us to the end of our linguistic adventure for today. We've embarked on an exhilarating journey, exploring the many facets of a word that's often frowned upon, yet holds immense power, the word fuck. We began by recognizing the sheer potency of this word, a linguistic tool sharp enough to cut through the noise of daily life. We acknowledge that saying fuck is more than just a casual utterance. It's a forceful expression, a word that carries weight and commands attention. Next, we delved into the emotional impact of fuck. We embrace the fact that sometimes this word is the only one that can truly capture the depth of our feelings. Whether it's the exasperation from stubbing your toe, the anger when someone cuts you off in traffic, or the jubilation of completing a tedious project, fuck can encapsulate these emotions in a way no other word can. Then we explored the art of dropping the F-bomb. It's not about causing offense or being vulgar, but about being expressive and authentic. It's about letting your frustrations out and expressing joy, surprise, or even admiration. Finally, we encourage you to embrace the word fuck, to let it roll off your tongue as a release of pent-up emotions, to use it as a way to retain your sanity in a world that often seems full of nonsense. So there we have it, a word that's raw, powerful, and unabashedly honest. A word that, when used appropriately, can be a potent tool for expressing the full spectrum of human emotion. We hope that this exploration has given you a new appreciation for the word fuck, and that you'll continue to embrace its power in your daily life. Stay tuned for tomorrow's edition, where we'll likely be diving into the joys of swearing in foreign languages. Until then, keep fucking shit up in the best possible way.